Hi, welcome to You Are the Chef. I'm Heidi and we're here at the Radisson Blue Hotel Shanghai New World. Well, we have got something very special for you today. We've got a Western chef who's actually going to be teaching us some artistic dishes. They're going to be absolutely amazing in taste, but they will look also so beautiful. So if you are a fan of Western cuisine, then this is the program to be watching. But first, of course, let's go meet the chef. Today's chef is Andrea Zorcolo, who's from Italy. Having rich experience of working in many international hotels, Andrea has devoted himself in the catering industry for 21 years. He believes aesthetic appearance and delicious taste are equally important to a good dish. Well, let's follow him and learn some good-looking dishes this week. Today's dish is a homemade pasta dough, but it is something quite unique. We're combining it with some seaweed and some seafood sauce. It's absolutely spectacular and it is something that is going to blow you away. This dish is definitely the one to be making on your table this weekend. Okay, we've got something definitely very special. How do we start with this pasta?
We're gonna start first with the broccoli. Take the broccoli, normally I cut like the hand.
Yeah.
Then straight to the water.
Straight into the water, okay.
Yeah, then for sure.
A little bit of salt in the water.
Yeah, a little bit of salt, and I save my energy. Then after that one, when it's boiling, take around 3 to 4 minutes maximum. If the broccoli is very big, or you cut, or you can boil it for 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay, okay.
Then we put in our friends, the blender.
Yes.
And then you have this kind of smooth.
Ah, okay, okay. So, after we've done that, then what do we need to do?
This is very interesting. The pasta dough.
Yes.
That's why I have already this one.
Yes.
Then is interesting. We're gonna use seaweed from China. Then we have Japanese seaweed.
Okay, which is a different sort of smell to it, not as strong as this one.
Okay, now we have the flour.
Yep.
Bam, direct.
Okay. We put this in like that?
Yeah, we don't need to
cut it?
No, too specific. We don't care.
Ah,
We have to be family style, fast.
Okay.
These are complicated, but not that much. Then a little bit soya sauce.
Okay.
Then we take a little bit oyster sauce.
Everyone out there is going, is this pasta?
It is pasta. Then
Yes.
you can use eggs or you can use water.
Okay, what do you want to use? Egg?
I use eggs.
You still got the Italian in you, don't you?
Yeah.
Every Italian would use an egg.
Yes, exactly.
You're right.
You see, it's already coming.
Yes.
See?
Yeah.
Very
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Very fast. And then will be like that. Now?
Yes, so you're going to blend it. Ah, okay, wait a second, let's just say. So from this, you basically bring it into a ball of, which tastes, knead it, and it's going to turn into that.
Yeah.
So just a rolling pin.
Yeah, yeah. And then you keep on the side until it's the time to cook.
When deep frying, there are a few things that you need to consider. The first thing is, make sure that you're using an oil that can actually go up to a high heat, like safflower oil, grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, or canola oil. Secondly, when you're putting your food into the pan, make sure you don't crowd it, that there's still space so that all of the food can actually be properly cooked. And finally, when you take your ingredients out, put them on some kitchen towel or a paper so that it can actually absorb some of that excess oil. And that's my tip of the day. Okay, so once we've done our actual pasta, what's the next step that we need to be doing?
Sauce.
Sauce.
Sauce is like that.
So what sort, is this tilapia?
Exactly. You can't find it anywhere. And then it's an affordable price.
Very affordable fish, yeah. Okay.
Then now switch on.
What sort of heat, 180?
Yeah, perfect. Then you can see. You have the cherry tomato.
Yes, okay.
Then you have this one.
Olive oil?
Yeah, a little bit olive oil. Not too much, because actually, even if you don't want to put, no need.
Really? With this you don't need?
Trust me.
Well,
I know it sounds strange.
you've got some very strange ways of doing... So what's this, salt?
Yeah. A little bit more. Then now, you see.
Yes.
Now is the time for a little garlic.
Okay.
Tac.
Nice.
Now you see the pan has become very, angry or hot or whatever. Then we mix a little bit.
Okay.
Like that. Okay. Like this one, you can see the prawns is already started. The garlic is started to burn, so we kill them.
So we kill it with wine.
Then the broccoli.
Yes.
We
blended it and we got that. Yep. So we don't.
Like
not worried about the broccoli now.
Now it's boiling. Yes. Take 1 frisbee, 2. Like
2.
That.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I change.
Turn it over.
Now is the time for the butter. You see? And now, wow. Now it's gonna become creamy.
Okay.
Because don't forget the butter with the tomato is always going well.
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
You see already?
Oh, yeah. And it's thickened it up, hasn't it? Sort of made it nice and glossy.
You got the point.
Yes.
Now we can remove. We leave on this side.
Okay.
Other pan is here. Don't worry.
Olive
this
oil.
Time, green oil.
Green oil. Okay.
Now, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much.
1.
We've got one little beautiful piece of pasta coming out.
We leave there.
And we're going to separate it so it doesn't stick, right? Because now that they're cooked, it's more likely to stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, we have a 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
Okay, now, another part of... This is, you see, the prawns normally take very few minutes to cook.
Sure.
And the pan is very hot with the olive oil, and then it's great.
Okay.
So we're gonna add a little bit fish stock.
Fish stock, okay.
Yeah.
Why do you add the fish stock at this point?
Because now is the steam coming.
Yeah.
So it gives more fish flavor.
Okay.
And then make a little bit more soft.
Oh, look at that. And we're going to get a little bit of that Parma ham flavour in with our prawns.
Yeah, we're going to put on top, you're right. Now it's done.
Okay.
The Parma ham.
Okay. Brothers, sisters.
Now we can use the same pan.
Yes.
We're going to add a little bit more fish stock.
Oh, here, I'm going to turn this back up.
You see? And now is the broccoli time. I add a little bit wine to combine with the sweetness.
Okay. So we're happy with everything.
And then we put here. On bed. Now is the time for the sauce. This is done. Then we have prawns.
You're not cutting it all the way through?
No.
Oh.
I don't put the red part because we have a Parma
on the top, and it looks better with the white under it.
Like a black and white.
Yeah.
I'm no Armani, but now.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And
beautiful.
Then, last touch.
Last touch. That's absolutely amazing. The smell of the lemon zest is just magical. There's quite a bit that you need to do, so why don't we go through the steps so that we know exactly what we need to do. First of all, we take our broccoli, we put it into some warm water, we blanch it, then we take it, put it through a blender using some of the water that we used for blanching. We then move on to our pasta. We take some flour, eggs, 2 different types of seaweed. Then we have our oyster sauce and also our soy sauce. We mix it together really well. We then mix it into a bowl, kneading it, then flatten it out, and then we make it into the shape that we want to. We then move on to our sauce that we're going to make. We cut up our prawns and also our fish, put them into a pan with some butter and oil. And we also put a bit of white wine on top of it. We then stir fry it. Once we've done that, we can then add a little bit of butter just to make it nice and creamy at the end. Heat up our water, put our pasta inside it, then it's a matter of bringing all of the pieces together. We put our green broccoli puree in the bottom of the bowl. We then add in our pasta into it. We then put in our prawns and fish, and then finally we stir fry some prawns with a bit of Parma ham. We put that to the side, put our last piece of pasta on top, add our stir-fried prawn and also our Parma ham on top of it and a flour to finish it off. It's absolutely spectacular. Okay, let's taste this pasta. It's definitely more, it is an Italian pasta in texture, but the flavors I thought would be very, very overpowering with the seafood, but they're not. They're mild, but have got a very fresh sort of ocean sort of taste to it. Let's put it with some of this fish and the prawns. The sauce is great because the green is just easy. Oh. That is absolutely splendid. There's that sea sort of flavour to it, and then there's a sweetness from the seafood. But also you've got that wine flavour to it, which gives it a freshness to it, but just tastes absolutely decadent. Andrea, this is an awesome dish. This is going to blow people away, this dish.